Hi, I'm Mary Jane.
And I'm Emma.
And I am Fred.
And welcome to the last episode of Fred Talks for the year. So, Mr. Fred, starting off, what year did you graduate high school?
Before most of your parents were born. 1973.
Okay.
All right. Were there any memorable things going on in that year that you remember?
Like big memories.
Like big things that were just happening that year.
You mean like in the news or something?
Sure, just anything.
Nah, I don't remember any of that stuff, but it was a good year. It was a real good year. I was on the work release program like they have here, where that they let you off early and make you go out and work.
Yes,
I did that.
What jobs did you have?
I worked at a grocery store as a bagger. They don't even bag groceries. Yeah, they bag groceries, but we worked mostly for tips.
Okay, so what was your favorite subject in high school? Did you have a specific,
Yes, absolutely.
which one?
Recess.
Oh, okay.
Recess was one of my favorites.
Did you play any fun games during recess? What was your favorite thing about recess?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't even remember what we did.
Just hung out?
Yeah. I'm sure we did something. I'm sure we had to do running or... I know one thing we didn't do. We didn't play soccer.
That's upsetting.
That's upsetting?
Yes.
Well, when I was in high school, soccer was not really big at all. Matter of fact, I think only ones that played soccer were just the sissies.
Okay, that's good.
I'm not sure, but I mean, that's a long time ago, You know, I had to go to school. I had to walk 10 miles to school, uphill both ways, in the snow. But my mama knew how to take care of me. She would bake me a potato that morning. I would take that potato and put it in my coat pocket to keep my hands warm all the way to school. Now, it didn't do much for my bare feet because I only got one pair of shoes a year and my feet were, the holes in the shoes and all. But then I got to school and that baked potato, that's what I had for lunch each day, was that baked potato. So I mean, all of you guys that think you've got it bad, that you may have to ride the bus or ride in with, your parents bring you to school or drive your golf cart. No, you don't realize how good you've got it. No, the real truth was, my bus driver lived across the street from where I lived at, and she parked her bus right at the end of my driveway. I had to walk all the way out to the bus, all the way to the end of my driveway to get on the bus.
Sounds very treacherous.
Yeah, it was. It was. And the bus was always cold. We didn't have. By the time we got to school, it was warmed up, but it was cold till then.
Such a tragedy.
I don't know how you made it.
Yeah, I know. It's the good old days. The good old days. And that's what you're going to remember at some point. You're going to look back and say, oh, them were the good old days. Yep. And yeah, they will be. Yeah, they will be. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're good.
I got right off the subject.
Okay, so when you first think of your high school memories, is there a certain moment or activity that you remember the most?
None that we can talk about on camera.
Anything legal?
Well, I started dating my future wife when I was in high school.
What year?
1968. 8, I think it was.
Okay, so that was your freshman year? What
Yeah,
year?
something like that, I don't know.
Sophomore year? Okay.
She was just out of elementary school. Yes, I'm 3 years older than her.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so after high school, like, did you go to college or did you, like, what did you do after high school?
no, college is not for every single body, and I was one of those that I already knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to work at the airline. The thing was, I went to work at the one airline that ended up going out of business in 1989. I went to work with Eastern Airlines and worked there till we went out on strike in 1989. And I was already married then. No, I was out of high school. I was already out of high school. But everybody's got to choose their own career, what they want to do, what's right for them. I keep hearing a lot more about the technical schools and all, how good, some kids are meant to do that. Some kids are meant to go to college. I know the vast majority of kids that come to Starr's Mill are probably college kids, but there's some that's not. And I did okay. I've survived this long. I'm going to live till I die. Not going to live any more after that.
Yes, sir.
Not here on earth anyway. Okay, go
So do
ahead.
you have any advice for graduating seniors? Just about
Oh.
life in general?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go to college. Stay in college as long as you can. Live off your parents. Don't get married. Don't leave the house till you're about 30 years old.
Oh gosh.
Then you can get married, okay? Because you should have enough money saved up from living with your parents, and then you can go out and get married and have kids or whatever you choose to do.
Okay.
What do you think? You think that's probably not good advice?
Probably not.
Probably not.
It's not
Probably
for
not, but
everyone.
nobody, usually people don't ask me much for advice.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. It really is. I mean, because my advice is usually not the best advice, but no, you should. What I expect from our graduating class is that they will all go out, live a very, very productive life. They will make this school proud, make their parents proud, and make me proud to know that I was here with them. Not that I had any effect on it, but that I was here with them. And there's my radio. But it wasn't for me. Let me cut it down, because they'll keep talking.
Oh, and I
sure.
don't think we even asked, what high school did you go to?
I went to North Clayton High School, which is on the north side of Riverdale in Clayton County.
Okay, all right.
And it was built in 1969. So I started to school there right after when it was only 2 years old.
Okay, that's exciting.
But my most memories are probably from Starr's Mill, because I've been here since this school opened. Not as an employee, but here, pestering people or whatever.
Okay, so if you could, like, give advice to your high school self, what would that be?
Probably to apply myself just a wee bit more, because I didn't apply myself as I should have. I was smart enough that I probably could have possibly even got some kind of scholarship in just from grades, because I was extremely smart up until the 9th grade, and then it just went downhill from there. So,
Okay.
that would be my thing would be, it's just 4 or 5 years that you really need to apply yourself and put a little effort in to make it. And you'll be surprised at what it does for you. See, it's probably too late for you because you're graduating this
Yes,
year.
sir. Yeah.
You need to think about
I
that.
know,
Okay, anything else?
Trying to think. Did you have a favorite club that you were in?
Well, I was in the Spanish club.
Okay. All right.
I took first year Spanish twice,
Okay.
and I can count to 10 now.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Impressive.
I know. But I was in what they called at that time Junior Beta Club,
Okay.
which was the A students. Like I said, up until I went into high school, I applied myself and did a pretty good job. And then I just quit applying myself and making the wrong choices, which I did a lot of. But I made one good choice, come to work here.
So if you could go back to high school and change anything, would you?
My principal? No. My principal was a wonderful guy. But what would I change? I would probably change maybe my attitude a little bit. And the people that I hung out with, maybe even. I didn't choose always the right group to hang out with. Sometimes you need to change your group. Are you hanging out with the right group?
Yeah. I'd like to say so.
You like to think so? Okay, all right. Well, that's important. That's important because the people that you hang out with that have a big influence on your life, you want to make sure that they're not leading you down the wrong path.
Now, do you have any last parting words for the seniors?
Just make a change in the world. We can do it and make me proud so that you can come back and tell me what you've done. That's really all that's what, I think all of you are great kids. All the seniors have got great potential, and I look forward to seeing all the great things that y'all are going to do.
That was good.
Thank you, Mr. Brad.
Wow, it's going to make me cry.
Oh, goodness. Well,
Okay,
is that
I think that's good, right? Yeah.
okay?
So, your time?
Wait, do I start it?
Do I go?
What?
I think
I don't know. No, let me
I'll
go. Let me go.
You want to do it?
This is the last episode this year of Fred Talks. Thank you for coming by and spending your time with us. We will miss you if you don't, but you can always find us online. We'll be back next year, bigger and better. Maybe not bigger, but better. Anyway, you got it? So, have a great year and enjoy your summer.
Thanks for coming to our Fred Talk.
Bye.